Sit down and watch, then have a talk with Jennifer and Josh.
All right, you guys, it is a big, big day. Jennifer and I are coming to you with a special news episode of Do You Watch What I Watch?
That's right. Josh, today Hallmark released finally the full countdown to Christmas movie lineup for 2025, and we are coming to you with our reactions, and we're each going to tell you the 5 movies that really caught our eye and maybe some that we're not as excited about.
You know, we always say they can't all be good. But this year we are getting 24 new Hallmark Christmas movies this year. And if it sounds like a lot, yeah, it's 24 movies. In recent years, Jennifer, we've been used to closer to 40. What do you think's going on here?
Hoping they listen to our cry and they're going for quality over quantity. That was my hope because 40, like we said, they can't all be great. Maybe we're getting 24 that are just really A plus. What do you think? Because the internet is not happy about this low amount. 24 is still a lot of movies, y'all.
24 is a lot of movies, but the internet is pretty split on this. I honestly think it might be a little bit of a cost-cutting move. We're seeing that networks across the board are cutting scripted series because they're looking at the return on investment. So I think there might be some financial issues at play. Now, Hallmark hasn't said anything. They're, of course, keeping it very positive, and there is reason to be positive because there's a lot of good stuff coming our way, right?
That's right, because in addition to the movies, we're getting multiple series shows. Okay, so check it out. We're getting season 2 of Finding Mr. Christmas. We watched Finding Mr. Christmas separately last year. I think maybe we did one episode kind of overviewing it, and we covered it on our Instagram, but we might have to talk about it this year. I don't know. So season 2 of that. Season 2 of Mistletoe Murders. Did you watch that last year? Remind me. It was on Hallmark Plus.
I did, and I loved it. It was so,
Yeah.
so well done. Really good.
So good. So good. So I'm excited we're getting season 2, and it's going to be on Hallmark proper this year. We're getting Baked with Love Holiday, which is a reality baking competition hosted by Tamara Mowry Housley. Now, Josh, you're a big baking montage fan. Are you a big baking competition reality show fan?
I am 1000% here for this idea, and here's why. I love Food Network. I love Hallmark. This is like a Venn diagram of those two things, and I cannot wait. I think it's going to be so great.
Good. Well, you can watch that because I'm not super into the baking shows, but what I am excited about is it's a mini series, 12 Dates of Christmas, starring Mae Whitman, who was in Parenthood. She was on, I think it was called Girls, another show. I love her. So I will watch it. I don't even know what it's about. Couldn't care less. If she's in it, I'm going to watch it. So
You're
I'll handle
there.
that, and you handle the baking show. Yeah.
I love that. Now, all of the holiday hijinks are going to kick off on Friday, October 17th. So mark your calendars. We already have. Get your favorite seasonal beverage ready to go because we are going to tell you which 10 movies of all of these 24 movies, which 10 have really, really piqued our interest. We've not had a conversation before we hit record tonight. Jennifer picked 5. I picked 5.
Yes, and I was handwriting mine on Ted Lasso paper, ranking them all because if you pick one, I'm not going to pick the same one as you. I'm going to go down to my next one because I'm just kind like that. That way we have some different variety to talk about. So yeah, let's get to it. Let's not waste any more time. Josh, you go first. What are you most excited about?
Sure. So my first one that I'm really, really excited about is Merry Christmas, Ted Cooper. Now, this one stars Robert Buckley and Kimberly Sustad. He plays a weatherman, loves Christmas, but the past 3 have been terrible, runs into Kimberly Sustad in his hometown of Lackawanna, New York for the holidays. And then he falls off a ladder. There's hijinks. It sounds like it's going to be really fun, really sweet. And I love Kimberly Sustad. I'm here for it 1000%.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was on my list high for sure. So that's a good one. My number one I'm most excited about has to be A Grand Ole Opry Christmas because if you are new here,
Here we go.
I was an extra one day, one glorious, glorious day at the Grand Ole Opry House, and I had the delightful encounter and joy of meeting Christopher Laha and Nikki DeLoach. So I'm very invested in this movie. Even if I hadn't done any of that, it was filmed in our town. My dad was in a country music band. Like, I'm very into the 90s country of it all. So I'm here for the wardrobe. I'm here for the shenanigans and maybe some bolo ties. So sign me up.
Let's go. I think it's going to be great. My next one is A Newport Christmas. Now, give me Jenna Claire Mason any day of the week. Give me New England. Give me time travel. All three of those things combined in A Newport Christmas. This one's on Sunday, November 2nd, and I am really looking forward to this one. I think there's going to be a lot of sentimentality for this. I have family connections to New England, Jennifer, and so that's why this one I think is hitting a soft spot for me.
Oh, yeah. And I guess we should read the synopses. I'm sorry. I didn't for Opry. Can you do it for Newport?
Sure, I will. So in A Newport Christmas, Ella, again, Jenna Claire Mason, is a charitable and spirited Newport socialite in 1905. The gist is she finds herself on a schooner. She goes for a little nighttime sail, but apparently she finds a guy in modern day 2025. So she has somehow time traveled from 1905 to 2025. Spends time there, gets a glimpse of what her future in 1905 appears to be. She becomes reluctant to return because there's a whole arranged marriage subplot happening here. And then, of course, she has self-discovery and romance along the way.
Yes. That was on my list as well, on my top 5. So I'll pick something else, but I was very excited about that one. So
Yeah.
great minds think alike. Okay, next, I'm going to hit you with this one coming out Sunday, November 9th, A Keller Christmas Vacation. And it stars Jonathan Bennett, Brandon Routh, and Eden Shear. The Keller family, including the parents and their 3 adult children, decide to take a European river cruise, touring the Christmas markets over the holidays, and each sibling is going through their own life challenge. It's an ensemble with Jonathan Bennett and Brandon Routh at the helm. Now, Brandon Routh, he was the 9 Cats of Christmas guy, right?
Yeah,
I mean, he's done other
absolutely.
things too, but he was that actor. So he's back on the network, not dealing with cats. And it just looks like even the promotional picture looks like a hoot and a half. So
Yeah,
sign
it
me up.
does. Looks like a lot of fun. Next one for me, my number 3 that I'm most excited about is The Snow Must Go On. This one has Heather
Oh,
Hemmings. I'm a huge Heather Hemmings fan. We saw her in The Groomsmen. First time we'd ever seen her. We both fell in love with her, and I think she's going to be great in this. It all centers on a guy named Isaiah, played by Corey Cott, who last appeared on Broadway about 10 years ago. But since then, getting back to Broadway has been a challenge. So he escapes the grind of the city, goes back to his hometown where he meets a school counselor at the high school where there's apparently problems with the director for the Christmas pageant. He decides to swoop in, has a rekindling of the holiday spirit, presumably falls in love with Heather Hemmings. It all feels very warm and fuzzy to me, and I'm excited about that one.
yes. And you know what? I'm realizing now I knew I missed one on my list. Well, I wrote down my list twice because I'm like Santa. I made my
She's
list
making
and
a
I checked
list,
it twice
checking it
and I
twice.
rewrote it and I was missing one and I couldn't figure out where it was. It was that one. I didn't put it anywhere. And I
Oh,
had an empty spot, but I'm very excited about that one as well. Yes, that one looked
good,
good.
good,
All
good.
right, my next one, speaking of making lists, is She's Making a List, coming out Saturday, December 6th. We got Lacey Chabert and Andrew Walker. Need I say more? But I
Right.
will. So this one, Santa and his elves have hired a consulting firm to help name the naughty or nice list. When the top inspector, Isabel, has to evaluate a mischievous 11-year-old, she doesn't expect to fall for his widowed father. We get some Santa North Pole hijinks involved, I think. We get 2 great leads. There is a widowed father. But
The deader, the
I'm
better.
here for it. The deader, the better is what we like to say, but I'm still seated. I am excited for it.
Good, 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 good. My next one that I'm really excited about, I guess number what? 7, 8, 9, 10. So
Is this
number
your
7.
4th?
This is my
Oh,
4th.
if
Yes.
you're doing that. Okay.
The more, the merrier. This one has Rachel Boston and Brendan Penny, who I really like. I like both of these actors. She plays an
Mhm.
emergency room doctor at a small rural hospital. Brendan Penny plays sort of, I guess, kind of like an egotistical cardiologist, and both of them find themselves in the middle of a bona fide baby boom when 3 women, including the only OBGYN for miles around, go into labor on the rarest birthday of the year, right around Christmas time. This one sounds like it's going to be fun. Think Christmas in an ER kind of feels a little bit like Christmas on Call from last year, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun in a rural setting.
And more babies.
More
So
babies.
many babies.
So many babies.
Yeah, I'm torn on that one. Surely Hallmark won't. I don't like in media when we portray women giving birth as like just lots of screaming and
Lots of
things.
screaming.
I
Yeah.
don't need that. And that's what concerns me. I don't think Hallmark will go there with the portrayals, but if they do, I'm out. So it didn't make my top 5, but I do love both of them very much.
I will just say this. You know what always bugs me is when we see a delivery on television and the newborn is an 8-month-old baby. It's not a newborn baby at all.
The baby's filling out college applications, and you're like,
That's exactly right.
Or when they make him really slimy. I don't want slimy fake babies either.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Surely not. This is Hallmark. Surely not. But I do love both of those actors, so it has the potential to be really heartfelt.
I think
We
so
will see.
too. Yeah.
All right. Next, I'm going to come at you with Oi to the World, coming out
Yes.
Sunday, December 14th, with Brooke Dorsey and Jake Epstein. After a waterline breaks at Temple Beth Am.
That sounds right.
The members search for a place to celebrate Hanukkah and are welcomed into St. Joseph's Episcopal Church. With the last night of Hanukkah and Christmas Eve, check it out, they're falling on the same day this year. St. Joseph's youth choir director must team up with the temple's substitute youth choir director. Whew. And they are, turns out, old high school rivals. It gives me In Merry Measure vibes, which we're actually going to talk about in a couple weeks on this podcast. But I love both of these leads. I really have found myself loving the Hanukkah movies. We don't even get that many, but every one I can remember us watching in recent memory, they're always really good. So I'm very excited for this.
Well, don't forget, one of my all-time favorite Hallmark movies is Hanukkah on Rye. And there you go. To your point, I think that they always do a really good job with those Hanukkah movies, so I think it's going to be a good one too. My last one, and Jennifer, this should come as no surprise to you. My last one is Christmas at the Catnip Cafe. Are you rolling your eyes yet?
Where was that? Where was that on my list? Hold on.
Shocking.
Just because it's cats, it was low. I'm highly allergic to cats.
Stop. Hopefully you're not highly allergic to this movie.
Tell me more about it.
Yes, so this is Aaron Cahill and Paul Campbell. You know he's going to be really funny in this, right? He's going to be really great.
Yeah.
She plays a woman named Olivia Pierce, who's a marketing exec from Oakland, California. She's this close to realizing her dream of purchasing a condo, but she's a little bit short on the down payment. But she learns that her late great aunt has left her half of a cat cafe in upstate New York. But Paul Campbell, plays a guy named Dr. Ben Kane, who owns the other half of the cat cafe. And as part of the deal, she has to work there for a couple of weeks. And presumably she's going to have a big time change of heart that may very well involve falling in love with cats. And that is one thing that I'm 1,000% here to see on the Hallmark Channel this countdown to Christmas. Period.
Mic drop. Have you ever been to a cat cafe?
Yeah, you haven't? Well, I guess not with the allergies, no.
I would die. I don't.
That's
if you want to host this podcast by
dramatic.
yourself, if you want to be a solo
dramatic.
podcaster, just say it, okay? You don't have to send me into a cat cafe.
For the record, dear listener.
Where did you go? Please tell me about your experience with a cat cafe.
Oh, it was, there's one in Nashville. Yeah. There's one in Nashville over by the airport that we once went to. You had a little coffee. There's some cats there, the whole 9 yards. For the record, dear listener, Jennifer has also been to my house, and we have 2 cats. And had nary a problem, presumably. Was it, were you medicated? That I know of.
That
exactly.
you know of. But a whole cafe, it's a numbers game with me.
It's a lot.
And you all have a very clean house, okay?
That's
Not
very
everyone
kind.
takes care of their house when they have cats like you all do, and it's a dander issue. It's just a dander issue for me. But that's okay. I do think it looks like a fun movie.
There you go.
All right. Well, you took 1 or 2 of mine, so I'm gonna go down my list. Next, I'm going to go Christmas Above the Clouds because we're getting it Saturday, November 8th, and it's getting Aaron Krakow and Tyler Hines back together again. They were in It Was Always You. They were magic there. Getting back on the horse. Here it is. A workaholic CEO tries to skip Christmas but is haunted by her past, present, and future. I do love a Scrooge trope too. So she's forced to confront the choices and her ex, who I'm assuming is Tyler Hines. Probably. It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
say.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited about this one. Of course, there's a lot of buzz. The Heinies are very pumped about it. But even without that factor, oh, and we did meet Tyler Hines, by the way.
There's that.
We got
There's
to
that.
we got to interview him. If you haven't got that interview, go check it out. He was so kind. But even without all of that, I think this movie looks fun. So I'm here for it.
Agreed. Agreed. Hey, we put this out on our social media channel, and if you're not following us, we'd invite you to do so. You can find us on Instagram at Do You Watch What I Watch. And we asked you, our listeners, what movies you're most excited about after the big announcement from Hallmark today. A lot of buzz for Grand Ole Opry Christmas, Merry Christmas Ted Cooper, A Make or Break Holiday, and The Snow Must Go On. So by and large, a lot to be excited about. But Jennifer, I want to know, did you have one? Did you have two that you read the description and you were like, I don't know? Because I did.
Yeah, I got two. Can I do two?
Go for it.
Ours might
Yeah.
overlap. Okay. And this is not to be negative Nancy's. I mean, like we've
No.
said before, we have the Norwegian holiday theory. A couple years ago, we drafted Norwegian Holiday. It was a movie about a magical troll. We were not excited about it. Turned out to be one of our favorite movies of the season.
Who knew? Who knew?
We're going purely on the brief synopsis we're getting, which the synopsis are not always well written, you know?
Nope.
And we're just, this is all for fun. We're excited no matter what these movies are. But
Here we go.
if I had to pick a couple, just that I'm like, not as excited. Like if you're forcing me to do that, I'm gonna go with Holiday Touchdown: A Bill's Love Story.
That might be a bit of a hot take because they are really putting a
I
lot of
know.
promotional work behind that one. This is the whole Hallmark Channel partnering with the NFL. They did a Chiefs love story. This is the second, presumably, in that series, taking us to Buffalo. What is it about this
I
that
know.
doesn't quite sit right with you?
So I was oversaturated with the Chiefs movie last year before it aired. Because it did seem like, and I think we talked about this on the podcast, that Hallmark took all of their budget for marketing for that year and put it basically into that movie. And so I was not looking forward to us covering it. Turns out it was a great movie, and I really enjoyed it. Lots of heart, fun, like it's, is a great movie to get all ages and genders to watch. Now we're doing it again. I don't know, like, okay, so here's the synopsis. It's Saturday, November 22nd. We got Holland Roden, Matthew Daddario, and a whole bunch of other people, coaches. I mean, they've listed everybody on here.
Yeah.
Although pediatric doctor Morgan Quinn, Dr. Quinn, and the Bills VP of Stadium Development, Gabe DeLuca, have been lifelong friends, as have their families. He's always wanted to be more. This holiday and football season, the pair worked together to find out the mystery person who helped her family get by after her uncle was drafted decades before. I could be wrong. I'm not like overly jazzed about a very another football holiday touchdown movie. What, are you excited about it?
No, it was middle of the road for me as I was reading these. I was like, I could take it or leave it, honestly.
I mean, I'm sure it'll be great. The people involved are great, so.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm not like the demo. I'm not the demo for a football movie, and I know that about myself.
Yeah. I'm surprised you did not reference this one because if you are a loyal listener of this podcast, you know there's a particular subgenre of these movies that we're just not really jazzed about, and that would be royal movies. And we are getting a royal Montana Christmas. Overwhelmed by her royal duties during the Christmas season, Princess Victoria of Zlarnia, again, some vaguely European nation probably, is ready for a change of pace and heads to Montana, where undoubtedly she will fall in love. So, not super excited about that. That feels very, very middle of the road, old Hallmark, not breaking any kind of new territory here. So, I did have another one.
Oh, go ahead. I'm excited for that one, mainly because it's one of the first ones of the season, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it is.
There's a curve. I grade on a curve. The first or second movie out of the gate, I'm like, new movies. Like, they get elevated in my ranking just because I'm excited for new movies. Go ahead. What else were you going to say?
My other one is going to be a sweet holiday romance. Jesse Schramm and Dominic Sherwood. It's Christmas
Mhm.
week when Sabrina Post arrives at the iconic Grand Fairbanks Hotel in New York City. She's accepting a ghostwriting position for the memoir of Grayson Westcott, a famous art dealer. Lo and behold, as we go, I'm sure they're going to fall in love, but it sounds very kind of just filler for me.
Yeah, that was the other one, and it airs later in the season too, doesn't it?
Yeah, it
Usually,
does.
I'm worried because, I mean, the last one this season is December 21st with Allie Liebert and Catherine Barrell and Barbara Niven, is when a baby boy shows up. It's Christmas Baby, right? The Christmas
Mm-hmm.
Baby.
Mm-hmm.
I think that one looks really good. I don't like that they're putting it December 21st, but it's when a baby boy shows up on their doorstep days before Christmas with a note written specifically for them. Aaron and Kelly must learn how to navigate their new relationship and career dynamics while unexpectedly caring for a newborn. I think that looks great. Why do we put it last? This is what my concern is, you know?
Yeah, yeah. But
But
oftentimes the
yeah.
ones that they bury at the end of the season can sometimes be great. Remember Sealed with a List? That was one that was
Yeah.
one of the last ones of the season, and it was great. So who knows? We'll just have to wait and see what happens there. So certainly a
Who knows?
lot
I
of
would say
stuff to be excited about.
overall. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm
Yeah,
finished. Go.
overall, I love a lot of these pairings, a lot of big names getting big chances at big movies. I'm very excited about people knock, oh, it's like always the same actors. Not always, but I do enjoy, like, there is that familiarity with it, right? Like, you feel like you know them because you have seen them in so many different movies, and then
Mhm.
you're like, oh, two of my favorites are paired up for the first time in this movie. I think that's fun. Can I read the synopsis for A Grand Ole Opry Christmas because I failed to because I was
Please,
bragging about
yes.
myself?
I
Okay.
feel like you
So it
have
comes
to.
I need to do I need to do it, give it its full justice. A Grand Ole Opry Christmas comes out Saturday, November 29th, which is the Saturday of Thanksgiving weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. We got Nikki DeLoach, Christopher Palaha, Rob Mays, Eliza Mayer, Luke Benward. I mean, just 1,000 people are in it, right? Because they have all these country artists credited as well. So the daughter of a late country music icon abandoned her songwriting dream after her father's accident. Everything changes when the Grand Ole Opry invites her to represent her father, and she's suddenly transported to 1995 along with her longtime friend. And it's going to be so fun. Brad Paisley wrote an original song for this movie, and
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he wrote a song, I don't know if it was that one or not, for the little clip that we got from Hallmark Channel, the little compilation to get everybody excited about the movies. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see it, and I thought it
It
was a
was
good
his
song.
song. Yeah.
Yeah, very exciting.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, that, dear friends, we've got so much to be excited about, and we are so excited that you took a few minutes to hear from us, our hot takes, our early thoughts about this Christmas movie season. And remember, this is just Hallmark we're talking about here. We are going to have other networks, Lifetime, Up, maybe Great American Family in the mix. We'll just have to see what we're able to loop in and work with as we go.
That's right. So thanks for being here. If you like the content, subscribe, tell a friend, because if you subscribe, you will be the first to see and hear when we have new episodes dropping, and we will have plenty of new episodes through the end of the year.
Absolutely. Because soon,
Maybe much to our
Jennifer,
family's chagrin.
probably so, because soon Jennifer and I will be doing our annual holiday movie draft where we will let the fates decide which movies from Hallmark, Up, Netflix, Amazon Prime, etc. will wind up being covered on our podcast this season. It's always a lot of fun. We don't want you to miss out, and it helps you kind of plot your own course if you want to join us on the journey throughout the holiday season. There's a lot out there, so maybe you just want to follow along with what we're working with and pick up a few things here or there. Hey, whatever works for you. Special thanks to Nick Schwartz, of course, for our amazing theme song here on the podcast, and of course to all of you for taking the time to listen or watch.
If you're like us and you can't wait 1 month to consume Christmas movie content, we've got you covered. Our next episode, we're going to talk about an old movie from 2020, Time for Us to Come Home for Christmas. And here's the plot. 5 guests are mysteriously invited to an inn to celebrate Christmas. With the help of the owner, Ben, Sarah discovers that an event from the past may connect them and change their lives forever. And one thing's for sure, we're going to have much to discuss. But until then,
May your days be merry and bright. We'll see you soon.